Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again, another reaction for you guys. Take us, of course, to continue the journey of Generator Rex. This is Season 2, Episode 17. Of course, would not know the title until I get into the episode. Now, if you're hearing any background noise, I have a tower fan running. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. It's already 81, 82 degrees already, and it's 9 a.m., and roughly around midday, it's going to be up to 93. So I have to have the tower fan running to keep me cool somewhat, because I'm not going to be freaking dying up here trying to get this video done if I have no freaking air circulating in this damn room. So, anyways, last week's episode of Generator Rex was interesting, ultimately being funny at the end of the day, because you have this news reporter coming in to expose Providence. I'm just like, okay. And at first it was like, okay, they're gonna try to get some they're gonna ask some hard-hitting questions, and they do kind of. But once the first question was asked to Six, are you single? In a way, it's like, okay. And at the end of the episode, we find out when the actual edit, the actual piece comes out on the news, it's all about Six. It's all about him being a bachelor or whatever, and him being single, and he's a man of many mysteries or whatever. Like, all the editing that was that took in terms of getting all the different audio bits from Six that they could, and then just making it work on their own kind of puff piece to really promote Six as this mysterious guy. It's like, all right. And all this other mayhem was going on in terms of Rex trying so hard to get on front of the camera and everything, and then, of course, releasing this Evo that it kept expanding and getting bigger and crazier and stuff. Just overall, just a fun, weird episode. But it was funny at the end of the day because of the whole thing. Oh, it's really only about Six. Like, Rex tried so hard to be the center of attention and all that. The one thing I do want to mention real fast that I really liked is that they showcased that Rex, him getting better at curing Evos and reverting them back to their human form, that he has been helping families. Like, he does this at least once a week actually at Providence to help try to cure Evos so that families can reunite and have their family member back. I thought that really fascinating, and I hope we see more of that at some point. I'm not sure if we actually will, but I really enjoyed that they actually included that in the mix, because it really added some more depth and, you know, kind of emotional, like an emotional beat to the episode, which is more just chaotic and fun and silliness. So I'm glad they added that in just to kind of switch up the tone a little bit of the episode. So let's dive into now. Let's check out episode 17 of the show. Let's see what they do with this episode, guys. Let's go.
Man, why is it always grape soda?
Rex.
I hate it when you do that.
Oh.
This mission's a waste of time.
Why is he walking? He could
There's nothing
fly.
to find here. These would look cool on my wall.
So make way, start a revolution. Oh no, not the grape soda.
He caught me.
What's wrong?
He could have flew. What is he doing?
But I found it.
We will take it down as a team. Stay back.
A team. Oh, that was a cool shot. That was cool. What?
There you are.
I was able to Wilhelm scream again. Raining a mudslide, okay. Maybe. Oops. That is weird. It can transform and go to stone and all that.
It's decided we're long overdue for another global field exercise.
Going to finally get to test my antimatter theory on the particle accelerator at CERN.
Cool.
Since you like to work solo, you can work alone. Cleaning up the warehouse.
Well, White's still there, right? So he's not just alone.
Besides, it's nice to have some peace and quiet around here for a change.
I thought I swept everything up.
I'm stuck in calculus.
He's on the phone in class. Yeah.
Make the best of it. What? Gotta go. Detention?
Well, you're on the phone in class, of course.
About that? Those kids
Oh!
aren't your friends.
Oh.
Wait, there's an entrance. Okay, whatever. There is people there. I thought it was just Rex. Okay, never mind. And White Knight.
Aren't you supposed to be in the warehouse?
Never mind. On the way right now.
Yeah, but broke out. Mm-hmm.
Like White Knight.
Exactly. It's
Don't
this.
ever
Yeah.
pull that switch.
How about we do something educational? Like Rex stuff.
You. My name is Rex.
You.
Rex, you can use your Evo cooties to turn us into superheroes. Hold up. I can only cure Evos of their powers. I can't give people them. And what good are you?
Oh my god, I should have given them guns. Yeah, this is crazy.
The warehouse is a mess.
Well,
That's your boss? You take orders
he
from
could just pop up
him?
anytime and see them all there. I think he knows they're there.
Right. Look out for the cameras.
The regular slumber party.
He, he's so mad. Oh. What? I like the red light. That's cool. Damn, this thing's fast and elusive.
Let me go, or I will kill all of you.
Sounds good to me. Shift search grid to C5. C5? What is he talking about? Go left, dummy. We're hunting it down.
With those misfits, you pull that off, I'll be impressed.
I found a way for us to get out safely. Come quick. What? That's me. It can imitate voices.
You won't keep me from Van Kleis.
Don't do anything
Ooh.
crazy. We can work this out.
That's not working out well. And he's not. He's rock. Ooh.
Someone get me down. As long as it concentrates, it's fine. But when it doesn't, zap. It turns back into a statue.
That thing leaves here over my dead body.
We could hide in the pipes here, and the cops could rescue us later when they come
The
to clean up
cops.
all the bodies.
Here, kitty.
Oh, he's in his suit. Okay. Damn, Noah.
Knight, over here. That's not me.
Not him.
Do you value your life?
Men of action.
The man of action, men of action. I saw that. Okay.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'd rather you get killed than the rest of us.
Every day I broke free from the stone a little longer.
Oh, man.
Wow.
You two gonna kiss now?
Hello.
Hello.
Ooh, right in the sewer.
And there you guys have it, a pretty decent episode of Generator Rex. And I'm looking at the voice talent right here, the voice cast for the credits, and they said it in the episode, we're the men of action or whatever, and they literally was them. I'm looking at the cast, because Joe Casey, I interviewed him on the channel some time ago, and that was a pretty good interview overall. It was really cool to talk with him, and he's one of the creators of Benton. He's one of the original guys there to help create the world of Benton and everything, and of course, they worked on this show as well. So it's really cool to see. It looks like that's all of them. I believe that's the four of them. Anyways, the man of action, the team, they voiced the bullies, which I wonder if they actually voiced the bullies in the original time we saw them, because they had to do that flashback. Because I'm like, who are these guys exactly? When Noah brings them in, and it's like, oh, it's those guys. Like, of course, out of everybody, it's those guys only who show up for this party. I like the opening of the episode and how they tie in that Evo, which I'm looking at the voice, as they call it, the voice talent segment of the credits. The Jungle Cat, John DiMaggio, who's also the voice of Bobo Haha. They called the Evo Jungle Cat. They didn't have an actual name for him, which makes sense because they never really said a name. It can actually mimic voices as well, which is kind of interesting because it mimicked Rex's voice twice in the episode and even before as well. Earlier, I had to go back and watch that segment because I'm honestly not remembering where it mimics someone else's voice during that whole opening scene or whatever, when they're basically clearing out the debris of everything of what had transpired previously, which of course Rex does his own thing, working by himself, causing a mudslide and all that, but still, it's interesting because this Evo is wanting actual revenge on Van Kleis, so it wasn't so much like trying to get revenge on Rex or even Providence or whatever. It was like trying to get out within the actual system itself because it's trying to get its way back to Van Kleis, because Van Kleis had turned it at one point into stone, and its abilities, it can turn back to stone whenever it's like distracted. If it's not focused on something, it just automatically, like a defense kind of mechanism, I guess, if you will, or just a kind of side effect to it being as aggressive and fast this Evo is. I guess there is that one kryptonite kind of thing downside to having these abilities. So we have a new character that we're going to be following, at least in terms of, for right now, who knows, right? I'm not sure how long this character is actually going to stick around, but maybe it's going to actually become more of a regular character. Since John DiMaggio is already there voicing Bobo Haha anyways, that it wouldn't be too much more work in terms of like, well, it would be more work, but it would be like, oh, he's already there in studio to voice Bobo Haha. Let's have him voice this Jungle Cat, this new Evo character that's teaming up with Providence, or at least kind of aligning itself with Providence, because it's going after the same thing. The end goal is to stop Van Clyce. Well, that's at least kind of Rex's thing. Of course, Providence wants to stop Van Clyce, but it's more so like trying to keep the Evo threat under control and try to find a way to actually help the planet. So there's all that. Of course, Rex has to throw a party. Well, more so like Noah was suggesting it. Noah's like, you get the whole base to yourself, kind of. There was other like soldiers there, but there wasn't that many. And then of course White Knight, which we got to see, of course, him in his suit, which we'll talk about that a little bit in a minute. Blah. It's been a morning, so I'm trying to wake up. So yeah. So Noah suggests that, and he's in class on the phone. Like, he should have known he was going to get detention while he's on the phone in class. But anyways, and he's like telling Rex, like, yeah, you should throw a party. And of course he brings the bullies, which they end up not being too bad overall. Like, yes, they're jerks at times. They're like, well, Rick, this is pointless. This is stupid. What's the point of you, Rex? You're just dumb Evo or whatever. But then at the same time, they actually show back up and actually try to save the day, or at least help to save the day. But then Knight's like, well, I'm gonna disable your guns, so you can't actually continue to shoot in this damn room, and I'd rather you die than us. It's like, damn, like, that's pretty harsh. Because like, even the Evo said earlier, Jungle Cat, he's like, let me leave, or I'm gonna kill every one of you. It's like, his means to an end is like, you're in my way. I'm trying to get to Van Clyce. Like, this is before he realized, oh, maybe I should have a discussion with Rex, but he doesn't know Rex. So why would he actually stop and have a conversation when Rex was trying to fight him and Providence was shooting at him? Of course, he's not going to have a conversation. So it really took that last-ditch effort moment to finally have an understanding of where we're kind of aligning at in terms of Van Clyce and all that. It could also be a trick, too. I'm not really sure, because I'm trying to remember. I think that there's like a new Evo or some sort of Evo that joined Van Clyce's rankings or something a little while ago. I don't remember if it was this character or not. I don't know. And if it is, it's a trick, and that he's infiltrated inside Providence, which is not good. And he's very deadly, like very deadly, because how fast paced he can move and everything. I honestly thought when he slammed White up against the wall, I was surprised seeing him out of his room. But it makes sense, right? Like, there's hardly anybody else there. All the soldiers are down. We need more help. Noah's not gonna be able to do much, but White Knight got slammed against the wall. I honestly thought that maybe the Evo was going to break his suit or something to where he actually was going to get infected with nanites. Like, I was waiting for it to happen. It's like, if this happens, this is a game-changing moment for the show, because he is, as we know right now, White Knight's the only person who's not been infected with the nanite, genes or anything. It's like it hasn't infiltrated his body. As far as we know, he's the only one. This would then make it to where, okay, now anything could happen to him. Like, right, we can't trust him. So, I don't know. I was waiting for that moment to potentially happen. It would have been shocking, but the more I thought about it as the episode was kind of concluding, we got past that point, I'm thinking, this episode was fun. It's interesting, but I don't think this would have been the episode to do that. If they were to do that in the show, I don't think this would have been the episode to do it. I think it would have been maybe more of like a season finale, or a much bigger episode involving Van Clyce. Like, maybe Van Clyce is the one that actually breaks his suit or does something to where he will now be infected, and he is infected with nanites. So I would think it'd be more so like something like that versus an Evo that is basically, as far as I know, introduced in this episode, but maybe we've seen this character before. Like, I'm just not remembering exactly, is this the same? Because there was a new Evo that was introduced that was working with Van Clyce. So I don't know. Or maybe Van Clyce betrayed him. I don't know. I have to go back and look at stuff previously. Like, did we see this character before? So yeah, the party was a dud, but they ended up saving the day. And yeah, so now there's a new character, a part of the team, whether or not it's a betrayal or whatever, some sort of infiltration. But anyways, had a decent time with the episode. And yeah, I mean, I didn't know. Once that party was introduced, I'm like, oh no, because there's some episodes of Generator Rex that start off pretty solid, but can't say pretty dull, solid. I cannot talk. I'm sorry, guys. Because I caught myself and thankfully stopped myself. But you know what? I need to address the fact that I almost said pretty solid episodes, but they have a pretty good start, and then they kind of go off track, or maybe they even start off kind of weird, like the whole ping pong episode. I mean, it was just really just, to me, the worst episode of the show so far, but like it's the end of party, and like, oh no, party, okay. It ended up being a pretty solid episode, so I have to give them a round of applause because I was expecting something not as good. But anyways, that's the end of the episode. I'm curious to know where we go from here, guys. I believe we only have 2 or 3 more episodes, I think, of this season. Like, we only have a few more and then we're done, and then we get to season 3 and then the show's done. Like, it's kind of crazy to say that, but yeah, so I'm gonna go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm curious to know what you guys thought of the episode. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I can't even talk. I'm gonna stop now. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.